Okay, so hi there, welcome to the video. So this, directed towards Cleo, but it could help people out in the background. Just wanted to add on in response to what you were saying, Cleo, a night or two ago, towards the end of my live premiere regarding your channel, your video creation. A few points to touch upon. I'm not quite sure what order to exactly do it in. I believe it was towards the very end of the live premiere, so the chat closed as it normally would do, so I didn't see any responses, and maybe Cleo yourself didn't see my messages either. But with regards to your channel, more so specifically speaking, your short videos, YouTube short format, basically a vertical recorded or edited video with that aspect ratio and under 60 seconds long. That's what qualifies for a YouTube short, and you've demonstrated that on your channel, as well as standard video format ones. Now, which way is the most successful way of making videos? Well, it could be either or both, right? Arguably speaking, when you're starting off, supposedly YouTube gives people a boost when it comes to making short videos for the first time round. Maybe that can apply. Like, there was one individual within the Dylan Rounds community, I think it might have been Org, or whoever you call that individual out there, that simply uploaded a video of a kangaroo or something bouncing about, and it got 4,000 views. Then he posted another video, short video, looking at a toilet, just a toilet, and it got 10,000 views. You see how random it can be, but how it can be successful too. So taking into account early on when you got your channel and maybe you're trying to start out, grow in some way, or just do it for fun and experiment to see the numbers and what happens, the response from the general public, the chances are doing short videos is probably the way to go. But you yourself, Cleo, you've already demonstrated that, as well as standard videos. So it's just about keeping up with that process. The key part is the theme and topics as to what you cover. Probably best to narrow it down to just a few things, stuff that you're interested in, likes, right? I know there was a few points made by you, Cleo, about failure, the want to fail. And then the other point about videos, yeah, performance, great, but originality, lacking. We can get to that in a second, okay? So by the looks of it, Cleo, the theme of your videos, at least for the short format, are more animation-based of a certain topic out there. I said I'm not quite familiar with it because I'm not involved with that type of stuff, but I guess it's come across the themes of playfulness, creative, visually colourful, pleasing to the eye of people out there, right? It could be considered a niche, right? And maybe you fit into that, and it just so happens to align with your interest and likes. Kind of a win-win, right? You make videos, they perform well, and you just so happen to like that type of stuff. So you're more likely to continue, more likely to enjoy what you're doing, and more likely to perform long term if there is a level of consistency when uploading those type of videos. And obviously there's proof. You look back at one or two of them, nearly a total of 2,000 views when you combine both together. Early on, that's pretty good, right? You know, you take it into perspective. Obviously, short videos are different to standard videos. Short videos can help you get that boost across in terms of putting stuff out there. At least for me, though, when I started off doing YouTube myself back in 2013, YouTube Shorts did not exist. Can't remember what year they were introduced, but they didn't exist for quite some time, right? But realistically speaking, Cleo, in terms of some of your videos, the short ones, your view performance on your videos have been more successful than my videos when I started out in the early days. So that, sets a certain standard, right? It's kind of like complete different situation, but when it came to Watch Her Crazy. She was growing her channel out, somewhat natural, somewhat laid back, casual, not too focused, not too all in, but managed to get nearly around 400 subscribers or so within a couple of months. Take in mind, when it came to my channel growing from 2013 to 2019, it took that many years to get 170 subscribers. So as you can see, it's been a very strained, very dragged out, very slow paced growth. Then there was a spurt, and then there was a bit more of a flow. You see how long it took. Yet for others out there, it's only taken a few months. So it really puts into perspective. So reflecting back upon your videos and content, because may have already hit that nail on the head early on with the creation of content on your channel. To discover it so early on, a certain theme or topic, and it may work for you, isn't it best to continue doing so, providing you like what you're doing and you're able to, and it doesn't cause too much problems, right? We move on to maybe the one of two issues, the roadblocks which may prevent you from pushing on and, uploading those type of videos. One of which you said you want to see some videos fail. Feel free to elaborate down below in the comment section, Cleo, by what you mean by that. Why do you want your videos to fail? Does it ground you? Does it make things clearer? Does it make you reset in focus as to what works, what doesn't? Is there a true consistency, or is it unstable? Let me know your thoughts down below. In general, is it ever a good thought to want to fail? Maybe in some way or another. It might bring you back down to reality. When would that be a situation? When would it be needed? Maybe if you were on a good roll, doing whatever in life, and something bad happened, and it just reminded you that anything's possible, both good, both bad. Not everything is guaranteed. Is that the certain process of thoughts there? Let me know down below, Cleo. But the one issue, or the one roadblock which maybe I can respond back and I know, make things a little bit clearer, possibly. You said about, yes, you're making videos, but the originality isn't there. It's not truly from you yourself when making them. So to respond back to that, on the basis that the videos you upload aren't exactly going against any copyright problems or issues, if you're not experiencing any of that, and/or the videos you do upload are kind of falling in line with fair use, and there might be a bit of editing, just a little bit, to make it a bit more original, there shouldn't be much of an issue, right? I mean, just take this into perspective, Cleo. Like when you've seen the football short videos by me, right? I'm not going to the football match to record it, am I? Okay. So what you might be doing in that situation with your type of videos is kind of like what I'm doing with mine when it comes to the football and sports. But that's why I try and edit it, make it more unique and personal, more individual from the original, so it falls under the correct categories. Now granted, doesn't always work out, and it hasn't for me. Sometimes it has gone bad, it's gone wrong, right? So you just got to make some slight adjustments and be a little bit more careful. But if you're in a situation you're in, Cleo, and everything's okay, there shouldn't be much room for concern. But if you wanted or needed that feeling of failure at times, or for something to go wrong, it could do. Down the line, you could get the odd video that gets blocked or receives a copyright claim, which doesn't impact your channel. It just means that the video might be restricted to certain countries out there. Does it serve as a wake-up call? Well, it can to anybody out there. I mean, when I've had BS issues in the past with YouTube, it's kind of made me adapt and try and improve, or at least become a bit more wary and cautious. Not that it's guaranteed to turn out well, but I don't know, it makes things a bit clearer as to the boundaries of what maybe you can and can't do, and what's worth risking and what isn't. So maybe that could be applied there in the future. But when you talk about the originality aspect, so beforehand you uploaded some short videos or edits of me, I responded back, that was resolved. Those type of videos that you did back then didn't reflect you as a person because they weren't about you or like certain interesting activities and stuff, right, which you may engage in throughout time. Not from what I would say, because it would come off as insulting, but what other people would highlight out there could be you're in the shadow of somebody else, stand out from the rest, do your own thing, be creative, etc. And technically speaking, I'd say, arguably, you've already demonstrated that Cleo, which is a positive. And that is those animation videos, as well as the nature ones, the sky, wildlife, whatever's around you, right? There's no pressure, there's no force, there is no need to share one's voice or to share one's face. There'll be many YouTubers out there that will never show their face or voice and do just fine as they are on their channel, right? The main thing is picking out something that works. Technically, you've already done that and you've done it early on, which is a positive. It just happens to fall in line with stuff you like doing, which is a positive. So really, it's just a matter of continuing on and trying to be consistent, whilst including hashtags in the description of your videos and in the title, hashtags shorts with an S on the end. Using the hashtag shorts will enable and increase the chances of YouTube putting your video out there onto the shorts page feed, so more people are likely to come across it and watch it and interact. And I think with some of your videos already, some people have interacted one way or another, such as liking or commenting. So that'd be, a positive sight to see, right? Is there any other counterpoints to add in? So even if you felt like the animation stuff, what you're doing, isn't truly original to yourself, but you feel like you need to do a video of you simply there talking about something or a case, if in the future you ever wanted to, you could compare and contrast, right? If you wanted to do a video where you talk or show your face, if you ever wanted to, and talk about a subject or topic, you could compare that video performance with your other videos which you consider as not as original or true to yourself, and then you can see which one works out best. And it just so happened that, let's say, the short animation videos performed better than you doing videos original to yourself. You come to that decision of, do you want to upload videos which may not be as original, but they're more successful? Or do you want to upload videos which may not be as successful, but they're more true to yourself? You can make the choice, or you could do a bit of both, right? There's no force there. There's no deadline. There's no, it's like with some of the videos that I make, there is a deadline and there is a bit of a race against time. That's just because of what's being covered or what some people are recommending. But with your channel, there's no outside force. There's no inside negative force, right? And I guess another positive would be, whilst you have been present in the Dylan Rounds community and on my channel, and whilst there has been dark negative forces that have passed by with time and come here, it doesn't seem like it's impacted you or impacted your channel. Your channel appears somewhat pure still. And there's been some people in the past that have supposedly been attacked third-party wise by others who have come here because of the whole Dylan Rounds drama and conflict, and it's got a bit messy for them, but it seems okay for you. So I guess that's another positive to highlight, right? And once again, the inner conflict of thinking that the videos that you're making aren't true to yourself, at least, or don't feel as original as to what you'd be making, you got to remind yourself that something that's true to yourself is something that you like and you enjoy, something you watch, something you read, whatever it might be. You can put that into video format, some form of content, then it's true to yourself. It might not be literally original footage, but if you're able to put your own spin on it, then it does become a bit more original and unique to yourself, because it could be considered one of a kind. And because you like that stuff, it's what sticks to you, what sticks in your mind, and what you like. So it should be fine, right? Anyone else to highlight? And as for the editing part, where it be too much or too time consuming, you just remind yourself you've already made videos on your channel which have been edited, the visual aspect, more so your standard video format. You know, take in mind that making short videos, the length of them under a minute long, compared to a standard video which could be longer than 1 minute possibly. So if you've been able to edit longer videos, then it should be considerably more easier when you decide to edit shorter videos, right? And there'll be apps out there which are free of charge, right, to be able to do your edits and visual overlays if you wish to. You know, an example would be if you do upload another animation video in the future, maybe put a different filter on it, or a certain overlay, or a certain animated sticker in the corner or something, or a bit of text, some subtitles, you know, just little visual changes. You don't have to completely transform the video, but just make it a little bit more unique to yourself, so then it counters that inner subconscious thought of, it's not good enough, right? So hopefully this video helps in some way or another. If you do have any more questions, Cleo, feel free to, leave your comments down below. As I said, just to explain the theme of this video, if others have watched along and really confused as to what this is just basically a response video to what Cleo was talking about a few nights ago, in which the conversation wasn't fully answered because the live chat ended, because the video live premiere ended. So it's just following on from that conversation and clearing up some questions, okay? So leave it there for now, and obviously the next video will be a normal one, and probably to do with Kenny Veach, okay?